Welcome to Alley Cat Customs, where today I have a really simple project to do. I am installing a nitrous programmer to help me better control that nitrous system on this big block so I can run a better time and a more consistent time at the track when I feed that old big block some giggle gas. So stick around, it's gonna be pretty fun. Alright, so for those of y'all that have seen my earlier videos, you know I installed a Nitrous Express mainline plate system on my 454 in my old C10. And right now I'm running only 100 shot. I have the 100 shot jets in the plate. I take it to the track and I run a best ever time of 7:26 in the 8th mile. I want to improve on that. I made 3 nitrous passes that night, and of course I haven't been to the track since that day because it has literally rained basically every weekend since then, and ran the tracks out, or I had some family functions to go to and wasn't able to go anyway. So I'm hoping to go to the track this weekend. So I went ahead and ordered a Nitrous Express Maximizer controller so I can control this nitrous system. Being a stock bottom end 454, it's got a cast crank, cast rods and pistons, so you don't really want to beat on that bottom end with a lot of nitrous, hitting it really hard. So right now I'm running 100 shot of nitrous, but with my suspension set up and running on the tracks that I run on, I ran 2 passes at 740s in the 8th mile, and I ran a 726 when the truck was really hooked up, and I pulled the left front tire up, as I can show you right here. And I picked the nose of the truck up. It run really good that time, but I want to be more consistent. And I want to try to get down to the 7.0 class since I'm so close. So I'm going to try to speed the truck up. I'm going to go to a 150 shot. Might maybe talk myself into a 200 shot. We'll see how the 150 shot goes for right now. But with this programmer, this little controller box right here, I should be able to soften the hit off the line on my nitrous and be able to feed a little bit more nitrous to it, because the motor should be able to handle much more than 100 shot of nitrous. It probably could handle a 200 shot if I'm really tuned up. I know of people that's run much more nitrous on the engine, but I kind of want more longevity than just one good hero shot on a dyno or at the track. So trying to take it real easy and trying to be really safe on this engine. So that's one reason why I went ahead and got this programmer, and I'm trying to only run a light nitrous shot on it. So I'm about to dive right in and get ready to install this controller, and then I'm up the jets on this thing, and tomorrow I'm going to load it on the trailer, and hopefully this weekend, if it doesn't rain. Of course, I just saw on the news that we have a tropical depression in the Gulf of Mexico, so we'll see how it goes. We may get some tests and tuning done Friday, so hopefully if we do, I can have this truck at the track and make some more passes with it, and see if I make any improvements on this controller. But I'm going to show you the features of this controller real quick. It's really simple. I bought it from Summit Racing for $130. And as you can see, it's just a small controller box. It's got the wire harness that comes with it, and it plugs into the relay. If you wired your mainline system up, your nitrous system with the relay, the way Nitrous Express says to do it, then this kit will actually replace that relay, and that will control the nitrous solenoid, the nitrous and fuel solenoids. So whenever you trigger the system, instead of the relay turning it on automatically, it'll trigger this box. And on top of this box, it has just a small dip switch. It's just a controller, and it's a timer. It goes from 0 second timer all the way up to a 4.5 second timer on a delay on the nitrous. And what that does is, if you put it at the 0, it gives you 100% of nitrous as soon as you engage the nitrous system. And if you turn the timer all the way to a 4.5 second, it starts the ramp at 20% of nitrous, and then as it progresses to the 4.5 second mark, it will ramp from 20% to 100% of nitrous. So it kind of knocks that hard edge that you see if you watch dyno runs. You'll see them when they bang the nitrous and stuff. You watch the horsepower and stuff shoot up. It kind of rounds that edge off a little bit. So hopefully, what that's going to do is help me knock the tires off. If the track gets a little loose at the track, and give me a little bit more confidence to throw some more nitrous at this old big block, and see if I can put a little more gap juice to it and catch up to my buddy with his Trans Am, because he's talking a whole lot more smack now that he turned those turbos up on that, or that turbo up on that car. So we'll try to play with him when I get back to the track. So we'll get ready to install this and move on to the next step. So, Nitrous Express with this kit, they make things extremely complicated to try to install them. And this box takes all of 2 steps. Yeah, it's really just that simple. If you've installed your nitrous system using a solenoid, the relay to engage your nitrous solenoids, then you literally just take and unplug the relay. You plug this plug in here, and then mount the box, and it's done. It's just that simple. I mean, it's incredibly simple to mount this box, and having just one dip switch to it operated, it's a really simple setup. So I have these 2 relays here on my firewall. One of them is the TransBrake interrupt switch, so I can interrupt the nitrous spray when I'm on the TransBrake, and the other one, I know it is the relay for the nitrous system. So I'm just going to take these off the firewall, and I'll unplug this one relay, plug this in, mount this box and this relay back on the firewall, and I'll be done to move on to the next step, changing the nitrous jets and getting this thing ready to race at the track this weekend. So about to grab my tools right now. All right, so now that I got my box here installed, I want to show you just how it works. It's just this one single dip switch here on the top, and if you turn it to 0, it'll engage the nitrous 100% every time you're on the throttle. So I have it armed up, so I have a wide open throttle switch. So as I reach over here and engage the nitrous, you can hear that's the solenoids clicking on. So that's a 100% shot of nitrous. So if I just go in here and I'm gonna turn the dip switch here, I'll turn it to, let's see, I'll turn it to a 2-second window. And what that does is it goes from a 20% ramp of nitrous all the way up to 100% over a 2-second window. So you'll hear it clicking as it's starting to open up the nitrous solenoids more and more from the start all the way to the finish. So get on the throttle, and when you turn the nitrous on, you hear it right here. As the nitrous is on wide open. So you hear it again. And that's all it is. Great thing is legal, you got traction problems, and it's down track if you're having to get on and off the nitrous. That can be a detriment, or it can be a good thing to soften the hit each time, because if you have a traction issue down track, you may or may not be able to feather it in with the nitrous like that. So as simple as this box is, it just delays it on that. So I've actually already got my jets installed. I went from a 100 horsepower shot of nitrous to a 150 horsepower shot. So everything is ready to go. Got this installed, and I'm getting ready to go to the track this weekend. Got that tropical depression in the Gulf. So I don't know how that's going to work out. Hopefully we'll get there Friday. And if the weather checks out, I'm gonna go ahead and get this truck loaded up on the trailer here in a minute. And if the weather checks out, I'm gonna load it, haul it Friday, and then after work, we're gonna take it to the track and be able to race my truck and James's car at the track and see how everything works out. I want to do some A and B passes with the control box and without it to see if it makes any difference. It may be able to hook up, and I feel kind of confident running 150 shot on the truck. I think the motor will handle it pretty well as long as it holds traction. But I do have my other jets, and we'll see how crazy things get Friday night, depending on how the weather holds out and how long we get to play Friday night. So about to wrap this up and head to the track. Hopefully we get there this weekend, and we'll see some action this weekend. Holy moly, what a weekend. So yes, we did actually make it to the track Friday night. I worked a little over 10 hours Friday night at work, and as soon as I got out of the concrete truck, I hopped in my pickup, and I met James on the interstate, and we hightailed it eastbound to the track. And it rained on us most of the way to the track. About 30 minutes to the track, it finally quit raining on us and was good and dry at the track, but it was just hot and muggy. But we offloaded the truck, my truck and his car off the trailer, and my battery was dead yet again on my truck. So we pushed it around and charged it up using my tow rig, and got his car set up ready to race. I made a couple passes on my truck. My first pass, I ran a 7:13 in the 8th mile with a 150 something 60 foot. The truck ran great, and came back around, and I went to charging the battery again on it because the battery was dead. As soon as I got back to the pits, the battery was dead again on it, wouldn't crank. So we just went to charge the battery back up. I had the nitrous controller set to 0. And with everything going on with the battery, I decided to not run the nitrous controller, not try to do that. So I was going to make one more pass and see if I could make a good clean of a pass if I did on that first one. So pulled around, and I actually jumped the truck off in the staging lanes, and went out there and made another hit. And it was faster to the 60 foot and to the 330, but it only ran a 7/160 at the 8th mile. And the truck went dead just past the finish line, and I ended up getting towed back to the track, or back to the trailer. We pushed it on the trailer, and then we ended up driving 2.5 hours in a torrential downpour. Got to the house, and matter of fact, had to get pulled up the driveway because when I got back in here, our driveway was really steep, and the trailer slid on all the pine straw and stuff on our steep driveway here. So I got stuck on the driveway, and I walked in the rain all the way back to the house and crashed out at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and got up about midday when the rains finally ceased around here, and pulled my truck up and got it dried out, got it put in the shop, and I gave it a once over. Doesn't seem to have anything else hurt on the truck, just a dead battery. So I'm going to change the battery and hopefully get back to the track. This being this time of the summer, it is wide open as it can be at work, so I'm not gonna have a lot of time right now to get back to the track, but do everything I can to get to the track, and next time I get to the track, hopefully I get to do more testing and tuning and see if I can get this truck running better, and I'll be able to test out some of the upgrades I did. So I hope I get back to the track, and if I do, you'll see me right here. So make sure you like and subscribe at the bottom of the page, and keep on coming back to Alley Cat Customs.